So yesterday I went to get on my X account to see what was up with the libs, and I got this message. Here it is. It said, "Hi Josh Carr, your account at Josh with a Car, if you haven't followed it, you should go follow it, by the way, was detected by our systems and has been logged for violating the X rules, specifically for violating our rules against violent speech. You may not threaten, incite, glorify, or express a desire for harm or violence." So you're obviously thinking to yourself, Josh, what did you post on X? And here's the deal, I'll show you. If you don't know, this is what it's about. About the controversy on the Hill right now, we have our first ever transgender congressman, and Nancy Mace, a congresswoman, has proposed a House rule saying that this congressman who says they're a woman cannot go in the woman's bathroom. Pretty standard. I don't even really know how that's controversial, whatever. And so then I went out and I responded to someone who said that they were upset about this rule that she wanted to put forward. And this is what that tweet said. I'll show it to you right here. It says, this is what Alex Cole said. He's a fairly popular dude on X. He said, "I'm not sure why the bathroom is such an issue. There are stalls in ladies' rooms. What's the issue here?" And I said, "Rape, Alex. That's the issue." That's what Nancy Mace has talked about. So basically, X misunderstood me because he thought, their X, I should say, and maybe Alex reported it, I don't know. But X basically thought that I was calling for someone to do that to Alex. And you know what? Fair enough. If you get banned for straight up calling on someone to be sexually assaulted, you should be banned. And I love X, by the way, and that's awesome. Because what happened next is, what I want to talk about today is more on the issue of the transgender using the bathroom. But I do have to give a shout out to Elon Musk and X. Because I appealed that. I said, hey, I was like, hey, X, I wrote to them. I said, hey, this was a mistake. I wasn't calling for this to happen to him. I was explaining it to him. And not 2 hours later, I got this one. It said, "Hello, our support team has reviewed your account, and it appears we made an error. We've determined there was no violation, have restored your account to full functionality. We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience and appreciate you taking the time to submit your appeal request to us." That's what free speech looks like. X is so freaking awesome. I mean, it really is. It's fantastic. Obviously, you should call someone out and not allow them to be on your platform if they're actively calling for someone to do that to someone. But they know they made a mistake. They let me back on. Outside of that, I've never had any issues. Anyway, so that's about X. Really awesome. But anyway, returning to the issue of a man who thinks he's a woman going to the girls' bathroom and addressing that man that I tweeted at, Congresswoman Nancy Mace is on fire right now on explaining something that I think we all understand. It doesn't really need an explanation, but she does a good job anyway, which is that you can't have men who think they're women in the girls' bathroom. Here's what she said.
Is this effort in response to Congresswoman McBride's coming to Congress?
Yes, and absolutely, and then some. I'm not going to stand for a man, if someone with a penis is in the women's locker room, that's not okay. And I'm a victim of abuse myself. I'm a rape survivor. I have PTSD from the abuse I've suffered at the hands of a man. And I know how vulnerable women and girls are in private spaces. So I'm absolutely 100% going to stand in the way of any man who wants to be in a women's restroom, in our locker rooms, in our changing rooms. I will be there fighting you every step of the way.
Solid stuff. Solid stuff. It's times like these when blinding inconsistencies and fallacies on the left are at their full display. Because at the same time of saying all of this, and by the way, they're fairly in agreement on the left on this, this is also the group that brought us the Me Too movement. And a lot of people have made, this is the first thing that should come to your mind, really. This is not some monumental thing. In other words, how has the left not figured out how this is in direct contradiction to the Me Too movement? I don't know. Yet at the same time, they rail against women like Nancy Mace who don't want men in their bathrooms. I don't know how you square that. I don't, intellectually in your mind. How dishonest or dumb do you have to be to believe both those things at the same time? And this is the latest example of progressivism eating itself alive. And I've talked about this a lot. It is contradiction after contradiction every step of the way. And Nancy Mace is so awesome about it too. She doesn't really play the victim card, because Republicans should not do that. Conservatives should never play the victim card. But rather, she just holds the line and holds to correct principles. I actually have a video of her right here. This is her outside a bathroom in the Capitol, making her position even more clear. That's great. She's awesome. And I have to say, and I come back to this a lot, The reason why the left does not care about this issue as much as people on the right care is because people on the left just don't have kids anymore. They just don't. And from my personal experience, I've always cared about this because I'm already conservative, but people on the left who have kids understand it better. And a personal anecdote about me, if you didn't know already, I am now expecting a daughter in May. And now that I'm expecting this daughter, I care so much more about issues like this. I have so much more skin in the game than I did before. And that only happens when you have kids, and people on the left do not have kids. If you're a true conservative, guys, you need Daily Wire Plus. Do you not have Daily Wire Plus yet? I don't know how you don't. If you do, awesome. If you don't, you need to go get it right now. They have Am I Racist on there. They have, with new scenes, by the way, never seen before. So if you went and saw it in the theaters, there's new stuff for you. They have What is a Woman, of course. They have all of Jordan Peterson's exclusive content over there, as well as much, much more with the code in and the link in my description below. You support my channel, but you also get a huge discount over at Daily Wire Plus. So again, go to the link in the description. Check that out today. Jaguar just released one of the worst ads of the decade. Here it is. Oh, it's Jaguar, the drag clothing brand, guys. Well, this ad makes sense. No, it's a car company. It's a car company. Where was the car? I don't know. There was no car. I hate to break it to you, Jaguar, but you forgot to put the car in your ad. And I don't know. I guess they don't sell cars anymore. Maybe they just sell gay people or transvestites, because that was the only thing in the ad. And many people have brought this up already, but this is actually the Hunger Games. It is literally the Hunger Games. Go back and watch the Hunger Games or read it. It's a really good book. You should read it too, but watching it, you'll see it's the same thing. The people in the Capitol in the Hunger Games, I guess they got the same actors and they used the same costumes and put them in this Jaguar commercial, because that's what I'm seeing. They look exactly like them. But here's the deal. This is the really good news about all of this. Capitalism is such a remarkable thing for conservatives. And this is one of the reasons, what I'm going to say, why the left wants to get rid of capitalism so bad, because Jaguar is about to lose a butt ton of money, guys. And that means this woke crap is going to go away. We saw it. We saw it with Bud Light. We saw it with Target. We've seen it with a lot of people. Jaguar is about to be the new latest thing to get wrecked by conservative boycotts. Is it cancel culture? No, it's not. We're not calling on Jaguar to not exist. We're saying, hey guys, don't go buy Jaguar cars anymore, which, by the way, were awesome. If you've ever seen a Jaguar, they look freaking sweet. But let's take stock for a second. Who buys Jaguars? Is it the white lady professor at UC Berkeley? Or is it the male startup founder? Let's just think about that for a second. It's the male startup founder. And what do male startup founders, I'm just bringing one example up, what do they tend to be? They tend to be conservative. Yeah, they do. So why would they make an ad like this for the white professor from UC Berkeley when she was never going to buy a Jaguar to begin with? I don't get it. It's beyond me. But here is the good news. They won't be making more of these kinds of ads because their sales are about to tank. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you haven't already, go down below, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and watch another video.